Exodus chapter 17. And all the congregation of the children of Israel journeyed from the wilderness of Sin, after their journeys according to the commandment of Yahweh, and pitched in Rephidim. And there was no water for the people to drink. Wherefore the people did chide with Moshe, and say, Give us water that we may drink. And Moshe said unto them, Why chide you with me? Wherefore do you tempt Yahweh? And the people thirsted there for water, and the people murmured against Moshe, and said, Wherefore is this that thou hast brought us up out of Egypt, to kill us and our children and our cattle with thirst? And Moshe cried unto Yahweh, saying, What shall I do unto these people? They be almost ready to stone me. And Yahweh said unto Moshe, Go on before the people, and take with thee the elders of Israel, and thy rod wherewith thou smotest the river, take in thy hand, and go. Behold, I will stand before thee there upon the rock in Horeb. And thou shalt smite the rock, and there shall come water out of it, that the people may drink. And Moshe did so in the sight of the elders of Israel. And he called the name of the place Massah and Meribah, because of the chiding of the children of Israel, and because they tempted Yahweh, saying, Is Yahweh amongst us or not? Then came Amalek, and fought with Israel in Rephidim. And Moshe said unto Joshua, Choose us out men, and go out, fight with Amalek. Tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of Elohim in my hand. So Joshua did as Moshe had commanded him, and fought with Amalek. And Moshe and Aharon and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass when Moshe held up his hand that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moshe's hands were heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aharon and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on one side and the other on the other side, and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomfited Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And Yahweh said unto Moshe, Write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua, for I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. And Moshe built an altar, and called the name of it Jehovah Nisi. And he said, Because Yahweh has sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.